So we're right back where we left off. There's a whole lot of moving parts that are actually going, and a lot of jealousy in between all of the parts. And that Maurice, puppet master, honey, puppet master, and I don't like it. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Star Episode 2. I'm sorry, Season 2, Episode 17. We're actually getting to the end of this season. There's only, I think the actual season finale is next week. But there was a lot, like I said, a lot of moving parts on this one. We start right off. We got Star and Simone. They're actually arguing because Star is in this thing. I told you, Maurice is like the puppet master. He has Star really going. He's really working with the battery in her back. And she's like, I didn't come all this way to be Alex's come up. And I'm laughing because I'm like, Star, like, seriously? So you're oblivious to all the work that Alex does? Alex writes their shit. She produces a lot of their shit. And she performs. And she do a lot of leads. Why is it that you are so oblivious to the talent of Alex? Or is it just that your lights came on and now you're jealous? Crazy. Really crazy. I'm like, girl, this is going to tear this group up. And Simone is caught in the middle and she's getting very irritated. Very irritated. A little after that, we see Angel and Hail. Hail comes to talk to Angel and tell Angel, you know, I'm done with this whole thing. Here's your contracts. Let's sit together and we can tear the contracts up. Let's get our relationship onto a smooth slate and let's fix, you know, what we got going on. Angel's hearing nothing of it and he's telling him, stay out of my business. They're trying to deport me. He's like, let me help you with that. He told him, you can't even help yourself. You know, get out of my damn business and stay away from me. I'm like, ooh, okay. Just not hearing it. Carlotta and Ayana actually sit down, and what I'm seeing between the two of them, there's respect forming. They're getting to a place where Ayana's doing the best thing she can do for her. Carlotta's doing the best thing she can do. They're both stepping up, and there's a form of respect amongst women that is actually building between the two of them. And Carlotta even told her, you know, what we need to do is revisit Take Three's contract. We need more money. I can't get the results that you're looking for because we need more money. You're not putting the adequate amount of money into my girls, and I'm not accepting that no more. And Ayana's like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, this is good. Then, right, shortly after that, the girls have a run-in with Carlotta. Alex and Star are just literally at it. Every time they see each other, it's just round as soon as they see each other. And it's more on Star's part. Star's doing more of the attack, and Alex comes back with a heavy goddamn comebacks. Like, girl, you're a slut, you're a tramp, and ain't nobody thinking about you. It's really that thing. Alex told Carlotta, listen, we need to revisit all our paperwork and get some things in writing because I need to be free to do solo projects. Honey, and Star's looking at her and carrying on and like, what? This, that, thing, and the other. Simone's like, you know what? I'm done with all of this. I'm leaving. So she's ready to leave the group. So Carlotta's like, what the hell? She's like, I just got some ground made with Ayana about the group, and y'all trying to tear the group up. Y'all got to get it together. Now that Maurice is a snake. A snake. Like I said, he put a battery in Star's back. Then he told Star about Alex working with Jackson. So she already was feeling wanting some kind of way about her and Noah. And now Jackson, I'm like, oh God, this is terrible. So he ended up messing around. Star went in there and did this diss track. And it was hot. She did this track talking about Noah, Jackson, talking about more so Alex. I was like, it was interesting. Maurice is like, we're going to release it. It is what it is. Just get the shit started. I was like, all right. We see Hail and Andy. They're actually having a conversation. And Carlotta was right there standing talking to him. And then she went across the street. And right after that, boom, just that fast. And that's how fast it happens. A drive-by happened. They was trying to kill Andy, baby, and Hail ended up taking the bullet for Andy. So Hail went to the hospital and everything, and they, the bleeding has stopped. Yeah, the bleeding has stopped or whatever. And he went on because it was like, no, I'm lying. They were about calling an ambulance, but I don't believe he actually went to the hospital. I think it was sort of like he had gotten grazed or something. But they went ahead, and the next thing we see Hail being wrapped, having his midsection wrapped by Carlotta. Then next thing you know, him and Carlotta sitting over there, they going back and forth, he talking all this shit to her. Next thing you know, them two is getting down, honey. I said, oh, here we go. You done fell back in the bed with Hail, girl. A mess. A mess. Then we see Cassie. Cassie's ringing up her some bullshit in the neighborhood. Cassie is a common drug dealer, basically. We see her talking about joining forces with Derek. I'm like, Derek, I don't even know if you know what you even are agreeing to fucking with Cassie. Cassie's bad news. So that was that. Next, we actually see Noah doing an appearance, and he can't keep his shit together because he got all jealous. He's sitting around watching Alex. Alex is talking to Stevie J, who is actually playing a DJ of some sort. And he all up in that, can't stay focused. Then he fucking with some liquor and about to fuck everything up. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And then he says some other shit there, just jealous. And Alex is really catching it from all areas. Except for Derek. She ran into Derek on the porch. And Derek told her, he over there looking at her. She said, it's good to see you walking. And they were speaking and everything. And he said, if you ever need anything, I'm here. I said, are we opening the door back up for Derek and Alex to get back together? Is that what's going on, Lee? We're going to see. Anyway. Cotton and Carlotta end up down at the hospital because Hayo and Carlotta are hanging out after they were screwed and all this stuff, and he shows her he was working on things. He had done built this studio for her and all of this kind of carrying on, and then the next thing you know, he started bleeding, like his wounds started bleeding, and he's like bleeding out. They go down to the hospital and everything. Carlotta and Cotton are sitting there talking, and Carlotta's like, we need to pray. And tells Cotton, you lead out, you start the prayer. And she's like, it's been too long, God don't want to hear from me. And she's like, he don't work like that, honey. So they prayed. I was like, okay, cool. Shortly thereafter, Hayo coded, honey. Right in the midst of him telling Carlotta, it's always been you. It's always been you. This, that, thing, and the other. He coded, and he died. And I was sitting here like, are you fucking kidding me? And I don't know why it shocked me so much because I know how Lee Daniels gets down. I know how Lee Daniels handles things. So I don't know why it shocked me that he actually killed Hayo is gone, y'all. Gone. And the last that's what Carlotta said. He said he wasn't going to let Jaden die. And he kept his word. So naturally, Jaden is going to get the damn transplant now. it sped everything up. But I was like, wow, this is just crazy. Um, so let's go to the day of the funeral. Noah, drunk ass, driving and swerving and carrying on, and gets pulled over by the police. And they got tinted windows, and that goddamn Alex that switched seats with him. And it was a mess. And at the exact same time, Ayana had actually gotten a call from SoundCloud, which was a deal they were trying to work through with Noah. She had just got this good news that everything was fine, everything was to go. And I'm like, damn, he going to get a DUI. And then that's what we saw when they rolled on the window. Alex had switched seats with him, and the cop looked at her, and, you know, she gave it, and he let her go. But I said, his drinking is a problem. He's a drunken bastard, and it's a problem. Then Ayana found out her ass is pregnant. She is pregnant. And of course, y'all know that's by high heel. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be bad. After the funeral, Andy's leaving the funeral. Cassie rolls up on Andy and tells Andy, why are you avoiding me, boy? And he's like, what? This is not the time, this, that, and the other. She gonna say, it's always the time. She said, you owe me $15,000. You want to steal from me? She said, that bullet was for you, and the next time we won't miss. Get me my money. And she took and put something in his hand, baby. He opened up his hand. It was a bullet. I said, and the bad part, I don't even feel bad for Andy. I do not feel bad for Andy. I'm pissed off that we had to lose Hail for Andy because I don't even like Andy's stinking ass. But whatever. I was like, shoot. So this is crazy. I'm like, where's all the men now that usually takes up the problems for them? We ain't got Hail no more. We ain't got crazy ass Brody no more. It's just all women now. I'm like, oh boy. There's no men. There's no cold-blooded ass men around to take up their slack anymore. So if that's going to change the dynamic of the block, honey. But anyway, I was like, all right. Coming out of the church, and immigration shows up and takes Angel. Another man gone. I said, Lord, this is just fucked up. Last thing we see, Star actually has a conversation because the girls, while the funeral's going on, they're like, we need to talk. You know, we need to get our shit together. How, something tragic will trigger you back to what's important. And they talked and they made up and they cool and they ready to roll on. And Star tells Maurice, don't drop that diss track. Just forget it. That bastard got on that phone and released it anyway. And that's where it ended. So it's going to be very interesting when we come back for the season finale next week. And I can't wait. I'll see you guys there. All right, later.